So Republicans and big business seem to be at loggerheads, right? Not so fast. Let's talk about it in today's video. Hi, I'm Mike Greiner. I'm a lifelong Democratic activist who's concerned about the direction our country is taking. I'm also a lawyer and an academic, and I'm here to help you stand up to the BS of the MAGA crowd. So in my field, we call it corporate socio-political activity. And research on it seems to indicate that businesses seem enamored with liberal social policy, right? What Republicans call woke capitalism. And in fact, we saw in Florida how in response to Disney, one of the state's largest employers and biggest lobbying presences in the state capital of Tallahassee, was under attack by the legislature and Governor Ron DeSantis in their continuing effort to punish anybody who stands up to them. I mean, they talk about Donald Trump as being this populist, right? But yet when you look at his policies, what did he really do for average folks? He was trying to take away their health care. He didn't reduce their taxes. He reduced that for the very rich. And he didn't do a whole lot to keep manufacturing here. And we hear about Republicans attacking the tech companies out in California. And yet when DeSantis has his inauguration, who are some of its sponsors? Oh, that would be Disney and Google, two of the companies he supposedly dislikes so intensely. BlackRock, the investment manager, who has been the target of the woke capitalism charges, with states saying that they're going to stop investing in the funds because of the fact that they're prioritizing things other than just making money. That company was also a co-sponsor of the DeSantis event. This is not some isolated example. I mean, newly elected House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who is supposedly leading the Republican Party when all those businesses said they would no longer support Republican politicians as a result of the January 6th insurrection, well, he's holding a fundraiser where people can spend anywhere from $50,000 to $250,000 to support Republican candidates for the House. Who are some of the sponsors of this event? Well, they would include lobbyists for, you guessed it, Disney and Google. Those corporations who supposedly Republicans have had this big breaking up with. It goes to show, though, that the Republican Party is not about business in America. What they're about is supporting the wealthy. And despite talk by these businesses about the fact that they are so concerned about their role in society above and beyond simply making money, when you look at what they're actually doing and who they're actually supporting, what you see is a continuation of supporting right-wing Republican politicians. Why? Because they give them what they want. We have to remember that inequality in America is a policy decision. We didn't have the kind of inequality we have now in the period between World War II and the 1980s. In fact, during that period, inequality was going down in America. What changed? Well, we elected Ronald Reagan, who cut taxes for the very wealthy and cut into programs that everybody else relies upon. How did he do that? Well, by lying, making up stories such as the one he told repeatedly about the welfare queen, a story that, as it turns out, had no basis in reality. But it conjured up images of black people living high off the hog as a result of support from the taxpayers. Ignoring the fact, of course, that most recipients of welfare are actually white. But remember, perception is more important than reality, and that's something that Republicans understand. So when they're positioning themselves as populists, who are opposed to woke capitalism in these corporations, don't believe them. The people they're looking out for are not the people who work for these companies, or the people who invested their retirement funds in 401ks. The people they're looking out for are the billionaires, who operate in a club completely separate from where we are. And for them, while the rest of us have been suffering with the ramifications of inflation as a result of the COVID recession, well, they've been doing really well. Since then, of all the wealth that has been generated in the world, they've gotten 2/3 of it. Now just 81 billionaires have more wealth than 50% of the rest of the world combined. And again, that kind of obscene inequality is generated by the very policies that the Republicans favor. And that's what the people who are at the top of these corporations care about. They don't care about their employees. They don't care about their small shareholders. What they care about is themselves and their billionaire buddies. And until we get the message out that you and I have more in common, black people of the same social class as us, in other words, who are not billionaires, than we do with these super rich, the Republicans will continue to get away with this by playing upon the racial resentments of so many white Americans. Well, if you want to see just how racist the Republican Party has become, check out this video I did a little while ago over here, where a Fox News commentator is using all kinds of racist lies to defend Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. I'll see you then. In the meantime, let's hope for continued progress. Thank you.